Good morning everyone, welcome to my next coaching tip. It's a beautiful morning today, nice and sunny, very cold, so I hope you have a nice walk wherever you're going. Last video we talked about the transition from the static position to the top of the backswing, the easiest position to hit the ball from. And I went into detail about it being a continuous and immediate hinge to support the club at the top where it's skeletally most comfortable. So here we are now, we're in a position at the top to deliver the club back to the ball. My left arm as a right-handed player is comfortably straight, keeping the radius of the swing constant. My right arm is relaxed, tucked down slightly beneath the left arm, it's not above it. And I've got width here now between the hands and the spine. Now on the way down there's a whole myriad of movements that we can make, and I think if you asked most tournament players and said what do you actually do on the way down, their answer would be not very eloquent because it's an instinct. They've been doing it since they were very young children, most of them, and it's like saying to somebody, how do we throw a ball? Well, we just throw it. Well, that's fine if you've been doing it again for a long time and you've learnt it as a child, but an adult trying to throw a ball would find the mechanism actually quite complicated. So I don't want to fragment this too much, but from the top of the backswing, the couple of most common errors that we see are people backing up out of it, so the weight is going backwards, the club then gets stuck and underneath the ball, or from the top of the backswing, the top half going first, it goes over the top of the bottom half, leaving the right hip stuck back. So both of those things will create inconsistent shots. So from the top of the backswing here, I want to feel like the left hip moves first and that pulls the hands and arms down into the hitting area. You can see that I haven't cast the club or released the club early. I've delayed the wrist action here, so this angle between the left arm and the shaft remains the same. So the sequence coming down, left hip goes forward, it doesn't drive laterally, it goes forward and turns. So here I'm coming to impact, so at impact I've got room now to deliver the club into the ball. From the back view, from here, if I back up out of it, the first fault that I just showed you from the other angle, then the shaft then flattens and gets stuck back behind the body. And if the top half, of course, comes early, then it comes over the top. The shaft plane now is coming outside the line, and the right hip again gets stuck. So obviously both of those are not delivering the club up the back of the ball. So the right sequence again, left hip goes forward and starts to turn. You'll see that my hands and arms are in front of the body. Don't confuse that with coming over the ball. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the hands and arms are in front of the body, so they've got room. Again, very common areas for those arms to get trapped back behind the body. Shaft angle now is too shallow coming in, and then from there we're either going to block it to the right or we have to release the hands to try and square the club up. So here I am again coming in. The feet are fairly quiet, we're not doing anything balletic with the feet. Hips at impact are at least 30 to 35 degrees open, and the back is rounded. We're not straightening up as we hit the ball, we're not coming over the top of it. So use a mirror to look at these things, and you can do this at home as you've got some time at the moment just to work at this sequence. And sometimes it's good to do the wrong move to get the feeling of that, and then to try and obviously do something in between those two extremes. So static exercise, I'm not a great believer in them. You want to make the swing as continuous and as instinctive as possible. But in these times where we've got all these hours to spend at home, you can work at these things and then try when you come back to the range to ingrain that in your system. So that's the first part of the downswing. Work on that please. Look forward to seeing you on the next video and look after yourselves. Take care. Bye bye.